Good morning, all. This is another friendly sealed Ixalan League. So far, I'm 2-2. So this hand, as much as I like the Dire Fleet Ravager, I don't think I can survive with 6 lands. So I'm gonna have to mulligan, which is painful. But this one looks playable at least. I prefer to get a black. Put it on top because I can at least play the New Horizons and then play them. But I would prefer to get a swamp the next turn, or another smaller creature. Of course, I knew that was coming. So hopefully I can get the swamp or a playable creature next turn, so that way I can put the New Horizons on the Bloodletter. But that's not going to be what I get. And there's the swamp. Oh well. So this definitely looks painful. I'm going to leave the Mark of the Vampire because I can 2-for-1 with the contract killing. He'll crack in for probably 5 if he plays it on his dude and lifelink, which sucks. But that's going to be what it is. And I might take out his Vanquish the Weak instead, because that'll hurt more of my guys right now and come online a little bit sooner. Yep. So it sucks for this turn, but I'll be able to take it out with a contract killing. If I get a land, I might be able to play the Sky March, but that did not occur, which is fine. It's okay that he's a little bit up, because I can play the Dire Fleet Ravager and still do some nasty business. Though I do want to watch out that he has the contract killing, so he might take out the Dire Fleet Ravager, but it'll still be a good play. You know, right now it'll be worth 7 damage. He plays it sooner to kill that, which I am all for. So I learned this in one of the other games, that playing it before combat is probably the best approach, because it should have the largest swing in life. Let's play the other Sky March. So it definitely hurt us and put us a little bit on parity, but doing that 7 damage or so I think was definitely worthwhile. He does have a double strike, but I can swing in for 8, more than 8, which is fantastic. I do worry if he has a pump spell, so I'm tempted to leave something back on defense, because he'll be able to do 6 to me right now. If he pumps it with anything, he'll be able to do far more. but if I swing in for everything now, I'll be really hard pressed to win next turn. And he is tapped out, so I think I'm going to play risky. This could be a really bad move, considering I have no cards in hand. So yeah, let's see what he does. If he's tapping 4, that means he's got less destroy creatures during combat things, which is good. But he might... I was worried a little bit for the 5 mana card that does 3 damage and he gains 3 life. But it looks like he just didn't have anything. And he was smart in not showing me what else he has in his deck. So even though I had the mulligan for that, I'm really happy with how that went. The Dire Fleet Ravager really paid off in that game compared to other times. And the Bloodletters were good, even though I didn't get the token from the New Horizons. So I think I'm going to keep my deck the way that it is still. I don't think I saw enough to warrant putting in the Crushing Canopies for this. And the Dire Fleet, or the Fathom Fleet Cutthroats, might be an option, but right now they're just not what I need or want. I would really like to keep this hand, but I just don't have enough mana to make it worth it. So I'm going to mulligan again. I'll keep this hand. It's still risky, but at least I can play some things. I'm going to dump this just because I have enough 3 and 4 drops. Like the last game, if I can play Jade Guardian and then play the New Horizons first instead of the New Horizons and then the Jade Guardian, that would make me happier. It's unlikely that that'll occur, but I can be hopeful. It'd be really nice if I got a forest next turn. Ouch, there goes the new... I'm guessing he's going to take the Cutlass. But hopefully I can get a forest to play the Drover, use that to ramp into the Jade Guardian, and then do the New Horizons of the Pirate Cutlass. So he goes for the ramp instead, which is totally fine. Sadly, I did not get the forest that I needed, which is painful, and he's going to equip his Prying Blade so that way he can ramp. I'm definitely on the bad end of some mana issues lately. Randomness is just not working in my favor. It's going to be really painful. I think it's going to be really hard to survive this game. Drop the swamp because that's the least helpful right now. Good chance I'm going to drop the Jade Guardian. It's a good card, but I think the other two might do a little bit more work. This is getting painful. Not sure why he decided to block with both. I'm gonna guess it's good to get rid of my dude. And I guess I could have sacrificed him to get treasure tokens. That might have been the better play. But I would have expected him to keep those up and then just keep attacking in with them. But it doesn't really matter with the mark. I don't have anything that can block that for 4. And I know he's got a lot of removal. So yeah, the prying blade on the booter just destroyed me, and the lack of, and I might have been able to recover if I had gotten anything down, but my threats were not coming, so I was just unlucky, which is how it goes sometimes. So as much as I like the Pirate's Cutlass, I think I'm going to remove it. I'm going to bring in the Crushing Canopy, and I might actually take out the tracker and put in another Crushing Canopy, because he definitely has a lot of flyers and a lot of enchantments, so that can be a good trick for us that we just don't have in other ways. And the Deadeye tracker just hasn't been doing anything yet for me, so I'd rather have this. It gets rid of the black enchantment that he had, which really hurt. It gets rid of the 3 mana black +2/+2 lifelink card, and it also gets rid of any flyers that he might have. If he has a little bit more of a token deck, the Raging Swordtooth should be good. It'll allow us to take out his 1/1 vampires, which will be really nice. So hopefully this time okay. Clearly I have to mulligan this again. This is passable. Random is a thing. It's just tough when the majority of these games, and even last game, had lots of problematic mana issues. It's not like I'm running really off-color mana bases for this, so I'm not quite sure why it's coming down to this. He's got a tough deck, but losing because of mana problems is not fun. Which is what's happening. Now he'll be up on the race. He's probably going to play the Knave or something else. Or Hammer Skull. He still gets to 2 for 1 me with the enchantment, which is painful. But at least I can take it out with the canopy. But I'm still way behind. And I'm going to stay way behind unless I can get some more mana here. I would love to get another 4 so I can play both of the Drovers, which would then give me 6 mana, so I can play the Deathless Ancient at a minimum. And if I'm lucky, I would get some more mana to be able to play the Spineback, and then maybe I could keep pumping out tokens. But he is racing me hard, and it is going to be really hard to recover at this point. And I just am not getting what I need. So I'm clearly annoyed when he's able to crack in for 6. And I just can't do anything. I don't even have the mana to play the other Snapping Sailback. And I don't really know how I'm going to be able to survive this. And I guess I can try to play the Bloodletter, take out one of his creatures, but he'll still get in for 6. I'll tap down one of my dudes. I really need the mana to play the Sailback to give a good body. But as it stands, I just don't see myself winning because I did not get the mana that I needed for another game. And unless I take out the Drover of the Mighty and have it block something too, I'm not going to be able to survive. But without that, I'm not going to be able to play anything for the next turn because I just can't get mana. but it's the only way I can potentially survive to make it to the next round. But he'll still have his Hammer Skull, and I'm down all the creatures and he has more mana. So I just lose. Without question. And he plays something else. Yep. So, lost again to mana problems.